Blue light and sleep. I get asked this question all the time. So here's my take on it. A number of years ago, there was a study that came out that looked at the impact of blue light and screens on sleep. And this study was done at Harvard. And believe it or not, the biggest impact was about a 10-minute shift in your ability to fall asleep. But because of that one study, people have now generalized blue light to be essentially the devil when it comes to sleep. Now, I'm not going to say that everyone should have a phone in their face before going to bed at night. I really do think that finding old school ways without screens is really ideal to be able to fall asleep at night. But we don't want to just vilify blue light. So blue light is not great, especially when it's right in your face and you're staring at a screen throughout the night. But the bigger issue, in my opinion, is that it's really about what we're looking at as well, and your ability to put the screen down. So there are plenty of people who look at a screen right before bed, but they're able to put it down and get enough sleep routinely at night. But if you find that you're looking at something on your phone that tends to be stimulating, that you tend to binge watch, that you can't stop looking at, that might be a bigger issue for you with the screen than even the blue light itself. So we really are trying to research now what people are better at being able to utilize technology before bed. They have more almost self-control with it, and they're able to look at certain things before going to bed without making their brain more active or making them think more or anxious more before bed, versus other people who really struggle with being able to put their screens down before bed. So I encourage you to really first and foremost try to go to bed without a screen. Just get rid of the temptation to begin with. But if you're someone who's just used to having a little bit of noise, looking at something that's a little bit lighthearted, let's say an episode of Friends or The Office, and it doesn't seem to impact your sleep, then as I always say, you do you. But if you find that it's making it harder for you to be able to go to sleep by a certain time, if you find that you're having poor sleep quality because of it, if you just keep binge watching episode after episode and it's just making you think more, or you are more tempted to kind of look at your text or social media and you can't put that down, or it just makes you think more again, then maybe consider not using screens at all. And one other thing to try is give yourself an experiment if you're not sure if it's having an impact on you. So maybe try a week without the screens altogether. See how you do without it. Maybe reading before bed, doing some deep breathing, some meditation, and then comparing it to a week with the screen and maybe the content of the screen, or limiting the amount of screen that you're having, and see if that makes any difference with your sleep. I'm curious what you think about it. Let me know in the comments below.